of our game. Let's see both the players here. Let's make everything visible. Okay. No fog of war. All right. Both the teams are here. We have in our top right Hoppy, who is beginning us off here, and in our bottom left we have Martins. Now, yeah, both of them starting out pretty standard. You know, farming some sheep, getting them resources. Right away, it seems like the openings are pretty standard. I don't know if there's any big changes. Also, let me maybe mention which different civs we have for each player. So we have, let's see if we can actually see that. I have a very small thing. I believe we have Vikings from Martins, and we have the Mayans. We have the Mayans from Hoppy. A little bit of scouting going all around, right? Nothing too much. I wonder if any of the builds greatly differ. No, pretty standard openings. We talked about the 15 villager opening. Pretty standard openings here going into the right in the beginning. Ooh, Martin's getting some of them sheep. You can even zoom in. Look at that. Look at them sheep. Okay. Yeah, and we're continuing on. Oh, I just realized I wasn't in Capture Age. Oh no, I wasn't in Capture Age. I was in Age of Empires. Ah! Okay, here we are. Okay, we're moving now. We're moving a little bit. We have the boar going on here for Hoppy. Ooh, with the villagers in the town center already. Okay, maybe a difference between the two players is the ability to put your villagers in the town center. Although, who knows? Maybe Martins actually was able to do that, but we missed it. That might be the possibility. But who knows? You see the two scouts and the Eagle Warrior cross paths. However, that doesn't make quite a difference right in the beginning. Martin's actually ahead overall. Interesting. I would argue that I would say from the ranks, Hoppy would be at an advantage. Perhaps he'd be the one that I'd favor. But so far, so early, not too much things going on here. You see my sheep? No. We got the banter. We got the banter going on between the two players. And yeah, let's continue on here. Slow build up, just getting resources. If you look at the top left, top right, you can see the resources each of the players have. Some boar hunting going on. The second boar for Martins is gathered. The mill is set up, and we'll see as they develop if they start, implementing any strategies to be aggressive. Although they may play in a way that they build towards that second age, towards the feudal age, and see where it goes from there. That may be a possibility. Who knows? But for now, here we are. Pretty even, starting us right off the back. Some scouting going on. All right. We can focus in a little bit on. Ooh, the farm. Is that the first farm? Well, one thing that we're definitely going to look at and make fun of you for if we don't see it is the farms being out of place, okay? If we see any farmland that's not perfectly in place, we will be distraught. No, we won't be distraught, but maybe we'll make fun of you. Interesting that mining camp is actually coming up right now for the players here. As I think it feels a little early for Martins for already getting the gold mining going, given the fact that he hasn't aged up. Currently, Hoppy is going to H2, so Hoppy decided to go to H2 before Martins, and they're even on villagers. So if this continues, oh, never mind, both players now actually going up to H2. So Hoppy will be like 5 seconds early. It's not that bad. They're still good. I wonder if Hoppy's playing some aggression with a militia coming out, or is perhaps that's something to do with making sure he is under no pressure. The walls coming out. You got the nice walls to protect yourselves. Nice. But yeah, here it is. Ooh, look at that. The farming. Ooh, we saw earlier Martins did have a little bit of an advantage when it came to the overall score, but you know, Hoppy was coming back in that time. Although people say the overall score doesn't matter, Red Bull begs to differ, if you know what I mean. But yeah, some militia. We'll see if there's some militia pressure here. The 3 militia and a scout. I like it. I like to see it. We now have the militia and the Eagle Scout fighting here over that territory in the middle. One thing that Hopbeef hasn't done is actually build any walls. Maybe he's not afraid. All right, maybe Hopbeef is not afraid at all. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, but both of them going with the 3 militia and scout tactics. Let's see how the fight plays out. The scout right away dies for Martins. And ooh, it looks like you know, Hopbeef got the better of that engagement. Oh no! Oh no! They're running. They're running. Okay. Seems like he's able to make it out. No worries. But now the pressure's coming in with a couple of knights already upgrading the infantry. That's not something I usually do. So I'm actually interested to see if this pressure is actually going to work very well for Hopbeef, right? Put on the pressure early. See what you can make of it. See what happens. It's all part of it. Let's take a look here. Oh, did the Eagle... No, the Eagle... Eagle Scout won. And let's see if these 3 soldiers... Are they trying to find an opening? Is that what's happening here? Perhaps, perhaps. Or they're going to start hitting the wall. They start hitting the wall. Lots of pressure going on. More infantry coming in from the Mayans. That's going to be put on a lot of pressure early on here. Building a nice wall for Martins, though. Keeping that defense. Not letting Hopbeef through. It does manage to break down one of the walls. And it's going to put on pressure. There might be like a little bit of space and they can actually make it through there. But currently that's not trying to be attempted. Right now Martins is just building walls and trying to protect himself. However, it looks like overall... yeah, he's actually managed to take care of the Eagle Scout, and the pressure from Hopbeef is repelled. They're still even on workers, so this is a good sign for both players. Yeah, Martins has kept in it. Amazingly, and you know, I thought that pressure could have been more significant, especially if it was a little more centralized. But there is a little gap if you look here, right? I think the soldier, the knights could have actually got in. That being said, with 5 knights, would you be able to probably win the game? No, the villagers could have probably easily went back into the town center and hid. But that being said, the pressure from Hopbeef kind of probably makes him feel pretty safe to expand and not feel burdened by anything that's happening. So that's something that we'll have to keep an eye out as we continue on here. But yeah, look at that. Look at the little patrol going on from Hopbeef. Little patrol here. Trolling back and forth. I wonder if some of the upgrades are going to start getting. So the armies right now is bigger for Hopbeef, but this is not an army big enough to actually put more pressure on or anything significant. Maybe it will though. Maybe he'll change his mind. Nope. Back and forth we go. You see the economies being built up here. Ooh, it looks like Martins might be the first one to initiate with this group of 5 archers. We'll see if they'll be able to do anything with that. Dance, go marching one by one, hurrah. That's kind of what I feel when I see these two. Oh, this definitely feels like it's gonna favor. Oh, snipes one of the infantry right away. One of the men at arms right away. And here they are contesting the middle. That being said, it looks like Martins has been able to target specific units well enough. Maybe not. We'll see. No, never mind. It looks like actually Hopbeef took that quite handily. I was impressed though. The first shot was a nice volley. Got the first man at arms, but this is a lot of army coming your way, and we'll see if Martin's able to respond. Does take the high ground, right? Does take the high ground, Anakin. That is good. and is continuing to chase. He gets a surround. Oh, this might be big, but he's targeting the archers, which is smart, given that the men-at-arms have armor against those shots. But look at this, Hot Beef continuing in with the pressure, coming on in, and it looks like that might be enough. Well, I don't know. Is he just gonna wait there? Because Martins might just be able to build up. This isn't enough pressure to actually have to really warrant run away. I think the archers could get in and start shooting towards the villager line here. That could be a thing they can do. But they're actually going to break down the front gate slowly but surely. And if they're able to do that, they're able to get in here and put up some more pressure. I imagine you can see more archers slowly filing. No, just one. Okay, so that means if Martins is able to repel this, he may be able to continue on. But that is a lot of units he's going to have to deal with. Oh, look the great farms from Martins. Amazing, amazing. But no, here's the pressure. It's coming in from Hot Beef. Hot Beef's continuing on, targeting individual units. You can see that he's clicking on one unit, and so that's why the damage is so immediate, right? That's why it felt so immediate. And this might be the beginning of the end for this other team, as I like to say. This might be the beginning of the end for this other team. Who knows? Who knows? But there you go. Oh, got the arrow tower up. Amazing, amazing. Ooh, the snipes. The snipes. He's going for it. Oh, Martin says GG, and there you go. Game number 1 goes to Hot Beef. I think there's some close skirmishes. I think there was times that, you know, perhaps Martins could have not attacked and maybe waited until I had a couple more units. But yeah, that was enough pressure for him to take it. So there it is. Martins does take it. Oh, sorry, no, Hot Beef does take it. And actually, maybe I can actually switch the scores here. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. First one to 2-0 wins. Well, now it's just map score. Okay, so Hot Beef gets the next one. He wins it. We'll see if we have the next replay. But there you go. There you go. So we're just waiting on that second replay to come on in. Yeah, we'll start it. I think what we'll have to do definitely in future iterations is have all the replays ready beforehand. So I completely understand now why a lot of games have to, you know, essentially use from replay, because it's just way easier, honestly. That being said, the Red Bull tournament is definitely live because they had the live video. Unless they had them record it while trying to do something with that, that could be an option. However, that would be yeah, that would be quite annoying. So it seems they have a longer game going on, as I'm seeing the players here are currently still playing. Ba 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 ba. So game 1 has been so we're just waiting on that second replay to come on in. And yeah, we'll go from there. I think what I'll probably do for the fairness of this is I'll probably get some of the highlights, make a little video on our first tournament, including my rant about spectator mode. No, maybe not. Maybe I should just actually, you know, put the focus in on Hot Beef and Martins. But yes, it is currently, yeah, Hot Beef is up 1-0, and we'll start just after this with with the recordings. And I think that's probably how we'll have to run all the future tournaments. Is essentially the actual stream will start an hour after the tournament's done, and we'll just get all the replays as they come in. That might be the way it has to be done. But I mean, I'd like to thank essentially Hoppy and Martins for the patience as well, letting us manage to get something going here. It seems like casting from replays is the only reasonable way to do it. But yeah, there you go. There you go. So we're just waiting on that second replay to come on in. But yeah, this has already given me a lot to work with as to how to plan future events. I mean, I knew this was going to be scuffed. I did not know it was going to be this scuffed. Done? Okay. All right, so here... Ooh. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting second replay. Replay, and we go. So there you go. I do promise future tournaments. I've learned already a lot about the Age of Empires spectator system in this one, so I do promise that we'll have a better job of it, and I'll be able to work around it. But yeah, we're gonna get into that second game as soon as we get the replay file, and that's what we just got. Amazing. And we'll see who takes it here in our second game. All right. Here we go in just a moment. I think I'll probably also, to make sure that there are no spoilers perhaps in the future, I'll probably also have to tell people that to tell me privately so that people aren't spoiled. But I don't think it'll matter too much here. But yeah, we're gonna get into that second replay, and then I hope to what's the word? I hope this will be a lot smoother going forward. Essentially is what I'm saying. Okay, so I apologize for this, but they play Nomad for the second map. Oh, this will be fun. This will be fun. So thank you also, yeah, for sticking by here with our randomness in the start. So we're gonna jump right into it, and we're gonna see what happens there. So we're jumping in to game number 2. Here we go. Game number 2. It is Nomad. There they are. There you hear the boar building almost right away, Martins. That is the smart thing to do with Nomad. Oh, of course. This is the greatest part of Nomad, is that right away you have both the TCs up right beside each other. Although I have to say, even though Martins started building the TC first, it looks like Hoppy has both the villagers working on it, giving him a distinct advantage in that respect. So I actually think, if I compare the two here, I think Hot Beef should get it up first. Yeah. We'll have the spectating at least a little more simplified in the future. But thank you so much for sticking around. Those of you who did. Yes, we have our game number 2 in the series between Hot Beef and Martins. And it's right now once again, you have the luck of the draw in Nomad, where you build the town center first, and they happen to build it right beside each other. So we'll see what happens from this. And it'll be close. It'll be close. We'll see which one. This cow might be stolen by Hot Beef here, because he is slightly closer. This might be a deciding factor in the game. Oh no, it doesn't happen. Okay, never mind. Nothing happens there. Oh, maybe here it is. The cow's being chased, and Hoppy stole the cow. But now the cow's being used to scout. Now the cow's being used to scout, and Martine's got it back. Amazing. They built it essentially at the same time. First things they want to be doing is building villagers. I will say really smart, both the players getting docks immediately, which is really important in a map like this. You can have more food production from the fishing boats. So smart plays from both of them. I think they probably, wow. I'm gonna be honest, I've already, I'd be so silly in this kind of game mode that I don't think I'd build a dock immediately. But yeah, that's definitely the play. Also, yes, we have Martines as the Persians and Hot Beef as the Berbers. Berbers. So they're playing here. They're building up slowly. We have a house being constructed. I wonder if Martines is aware that Hot Beef is right beside him. Because I don't think he actually... No, he did have the cow. So the cow was stolen. The cow might have seen it. You do have the boar here from Martines getting the boar. Amazing. Not risking it. Oh, does actually bring it into it. Nice. Does get the villager thing. Oh wait, did he mess? Did he mess up? He might have. He might have messed up. He might have killed the boar while on the TC. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, I think. So you see Hoppy actually getting quite a big lead here. In terms of fishing ships, they both have 2. Martins actually has 1 more villager, which could help him out in this game. Oh no, he's getting the boar. I'm surprised that only 1 villager is working on the boar there. That does surprise me. More cow scouting going on here. Ooh, we got a neutral cow. Amazing. Neutral cow. Look at that. Look at the neutral. The pixelated neutral cow. Amazing. Yeah, but they continue to work here. 1 person on the boar. Interesting. That is interesting to me. Martins, yeah, does seem to still... Oh, no, has actually gone behind in the villager lead now. I wonder perhaps if he was supply blocked, if that was possibly one of the reasons. But currently, Hoppy building villagers regularly. Martins... Oh, he's back to building villagers, yes. But he is now 1 villager behind. You can kind of see it in the percentages here on the map. So, slight lead here. But, to give, Martins credit, what he's essentially done is said, okay, I'm building a bunch of fishing boats. And so, I will be focusing on getting that wood collection here. And that's how I'm going to get my food. I'm going to go through fishing boats. So, smart plays all around. Both players still pretty even. So we'll see how they develop as the game continues. I heard an eagle. The cry of the eagle. Amazing. And so they're slowly gathering the resources. I believe... It doesn't look like either player is actually quite close to aging up yet. Nomad does slow the game down in that sense, but the fishing ships will mean that the food income will start to expand, multiply, grow a lot in a bit. So that's something to look forward to as they get to that. Oh, boar's going to be dragged all the way from here back to Hopping Space just to get some more food. The boar is wildly chasing the villager. As the villager runs, all is quiet. Will the villager be able to make it home? Or will the boar his untimely demise? As he walks through the opponent's houses, he continues on. Ah! It was a trap. The villagers got the boar. Amazing. Martin's actually doing quite well, resource-wise. I actually think is doing quite well. Ooh, look at these scouting houses to know what is going on in the map. I think that's a great idea. I actually really like that. Some great things from Martin's here. And yeah, the only thing that worries me is the fact that both these players are so close together. And so, I think... I actually really like this from Martin's. I think what will be is whoever is aggressive first might be able to actually really hamper the economy of the other player. Or perhaps they're going to fight it over on the sea, on the water area of the map. Who knows? this could end up either way. This could end up going either way. Martins actually has a sizable lead economically right now, having 2 more villagers, having 1 more fishing boat, and he might be able to go to the next age right now. However, one thing we didn't notice is the fact that look at that. Hoppy is already going to the feudal age, so I'll let him be more aggressive right off the bat. And that might be the difference maker. Yes, economically, Martins is currently ahead, and I would actually say he's played this out quite well. It looks like Hoppy is preparing to be aggressive when he hits the second age. So I imagine, I wouldn't be surprised, already building militia, and probably is going to upgrade the militia or just keep making militia as soon as that feudal age finishes. Although in response, look at that response by making the barracks. Although this militia might cause all kinds of problems. Yeah, this is essentially where it's going to happen. So even though Martins, I would argue, took a better economic lead, he currently doesn't have a barracks. He currently doesn't have a building that's building things, building military units. And so I would be very wary if I was Martins right now. And he is getting up a barracks, so he's playing well, reacting to what's happening with Hoppy. But Hoppy is going to get not only a tower, but it's a tower that's also on the high ground. Going to give him the line of sight advantage. And it's going to make it very difficult for him to do anything. Not only that, look at that, immediately building walls around it, so there's no way for Martins to attack it. This tower push, along with the militia that is coming out, well, not even now, right? Hoppy could even be building more militia. Look at all the food that's in the storage. Hoppy could be building more. Oh, perhaps it's a gold that is lacking, so maybe that. But the towers themselves might be enough to make this game happen. It looks like Martins has decided to abandon ship completely and go the other way. I don't know if that is the correct solution, but is hiding and playing around that town center. Although now he's been definitely pushed off of it. The militia here going in to annoy him. I think what Hoppy is doing well is causing that stress, causing that chaos, so it's a lot harder for Martins to do anything. And look at that, more towers coming up on the other side. He's now essentially surrounded them, right? We got the towers to the north, the town center to the right, and a tower to the bottom. And this looks like Martins is struggling. He is floating 400 food, but I don't know what he'll be able to do with it. Also, you can notice the villager lead has gone back for towards. Oh, never mind. They're actually quite even in villagers. But here it is, the attack on the tower, hopefully to take it down. That's actually, I think, a pretty smart way to do it. So we might be able to clear that tower. But look, there's another tower. There's only towers everywhere from Hoppy. Continue to put on the pressure, making it a tough job. And they do surround this villager. So we get that villager at least. Hoppy is laughing. I don't know if that's a BM laugh, but I think upon rewatching this, Martins might be surprised to learn the fact that he's actually still ahead technically. He has 5 more villagers. He has 1 more fishing boat. It just might be the pressure of these towers that gets to him. But Martins might actually still be in the lead here with the amount of villagers he has. I don't know if he has to take out that tower. I actually think if he played patiently, played around his side of the map, his tower here, he might be able to get something. But, you know, his villagers essentially his army right now. And look at that, it takes down another tower. Oh, look at that. Martins is cleared, and Martins is actually clearing the lead. I wonder if he might not know what the next steps are. That's might be one of the hardest things right now. Is what's the next steps, right? How do I go from here? But he's actually getting gold. He's cleared out 1 tower, and it might be the pressure more than anything that's getting to him. But he's clearly in the lead here. So Martins, you know, he might be able to make something from this. We'll see. Ooh, look at that archers. It's just towers. It's just tower pressure. Constant tower pressure. That is annoying Martins, right? But it doesn't actually mean he's ahead. Like, I'd even argue if you play this calmly, he could very much do something. Ooh, does he get it? Get the villager that's built it. Ooh, tough. I wonder, is that gonna be enough pressure? I mean, once again, I still maintain Martins is in the lead at this point. Pressure-wise, though, I will say one thing that Hopbeef has done very well is it feels like the control of the map is very much in his favor, right? You got towers here that are protected. You got, you know, towers near the TC. If these TC falls eventually, that will be annoying, right? This tower is overseeing this part of the map, right? It is an annoying position to be in, but yeah, if Martinez could get to the next stage somehow, although that's definitely far off away. But yeah, if Martinez can get to the next age somehow and build another TC somewhere else on the map, I think he'd be more than fine with everything that's going on. It's currently not the case, though. A lumber camp being constructed here. Slowly building out towards the west, which I think is the right thing to do in this situation. Yeah, but let's see how this plays out. Martinez with the villager lead, with the fishing ships lead, and with the army lead. It's just the towers that are annoying, really annoying to deal with. So we'll see what happens with that. And so we continue on. I mean, this TC is being slowly hit with this tower, but it's just like an annoyance that I wouldn't even worry about. The big step is, though, the big question is, like, what does Martinez want to do from here, right? It does look like he's building up archers slowly, and I think they will be helpful. Oh, there's a little archer battle here, and Martinez might be able to actually win it. Look at that. Look at that. Martinez winning that little archer battle, putting a little bit of pressure down here. Ooh, but another tower is being built up here to prevent the lumber camp shenanigans that are going on here. One fire ship happening from Martinez. I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening on the map. The fire ship attacking the dock over here. You have the archers fighting here. It looks like the archers went a little too far. The archers are probably going to fall down. That tower does get up. Unfortunately, this lumber camp, I would actually just abandon all those villagers, put them on the other side with the other lumber camp in this situation, just because of the fact that, like, there's no reason to contest this. This is like stuff that doesn't matter as much, if that makes sense, right? I think at this point, right, perhaps getting to the next age of building a castle or building up your army of archers, which you had an advantage of for a while, could be the play. And once again, I maintain Martinez is still technically in the lead when it comes to how much villagers he has. So that's the job that he's done very, very well. But these towers can get annoying. I will say that. The towers can get annoying. So yeah, it looks like that pressure. But at this point, right, like, I don't think Hopbeef is going to continue. Well, he might continue putting tower pressure on. But neither of these players have gotten out of the Feudal Age. Which, considering they're fighting for the title of Feudal Lord, might be very appropriate that they're going to stay in the Feudal Age for so long. But yeah, here it is. Another tower to slowly keep that pressure going. However, I would argue that, you know, if Martinez could get a big enough army out, he could do well. But look at this. We'll see how this goes. I don't believe there's any upgrade advantage for either of the teams. Actually, Persian Archers has a +1, so technically Martinez, as long as he fights on even ground, he should do well. Big fight here with the fire ships as well that we might be missing out on. So a lot going around on the map. It looks like, ooh, this could be a tipping point if the fire galleys from Hopbeef start taking out the fishing ships from Martinez. That could be a big section of it. Archers now taking out the villagers. There isn't any archers. I think I must have missed the battle. No, here they are. I didn't miss the battle. The archers here are coming back. So this is the point in the game that's going to be very critical. I think this is where Hopbeef could possibly come back into it. As long as Martinez doesn't chase, he should be fine. And I think he's good. He's not going to attack a tower, obviously, with archers. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, look at that. He's winning all those archer battles. As long as he doesn't just walk through towers, he should be fine. I mean, there's even an argument can be made that he can go all the way around, as annoying as that is, and start hitting these back lines, because I think he has enough mass. That being said, what Hopbeef does really, really well is continue to pressure and find these little pockets where you can walk through and make it towards the villager line. And let's see if he does that. He does exactly that, making it in takes down one archer, and now is probably going to start shooting it, right? I think more than anything, one thing you have to remember about RTS games is you have to continue to be annoying. And the more annoying you can be, the more pressure you can put on. And look at that. Look at all the villagers, all the gold income now all of a sudden stopped from Martins. And making it very, very annoying, for sure. Lots of just single arrows continuously firing, which I wouldn't worry about too much. Because at this point, it's just really a stalemate of towers and town centers. But yeah, this little squad is doing exactly what Martins is planning on doing. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way to make it through there. So that may be kind of annoying. I will say as well, the fact that the fishing shops got destroyed by Martins means that his food income is a lot lower, which isn't good. And look at that. Once again, that pressure here in the top left, continuing to put on that pressure. Look at that. And just this annoyance, this constant harassment is what is winning him the game, I feel. Making the player you're playing against feel as if he can't do anything. And skirmishers, switching to skirmishers to counter archers. Remember, skirmishers counter archers, so doing that to get rid of that and continuing to annoy. I mean, this might be the point where Martins starts to take it, winning a lot of these small fights, putting constant pressure, making it feel like Martins doesn't have a moment to breathe, surrounding him from every which way, taking out the villagers. Just a nuisance that's so effective. He's pushed back this army that's split off from Martins, and now look at him going right into the main base. Yeah, this is some great pressure put on by Happy. I would argue that these two fire ships could probably take out most of this coast while this is happening from Happy. Is he hiding a fire? He's hiding one fire ship, but I think he could be doing a little more of that. But easier said than done, obviously, because there's only so much movements you can make. But there you go. It looks like... Ooh, it looks like Martins actually hit Castle Age first, which is great. Which is amazing. And still has more villagers, so it's not by any means done. Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna build a castle. This is where it's gonna... Ooh, look at this. Here it is, the castle. The aggressive castle. Both the castles are being built. What is going on? He built the castle. Wow. Wow, although he could put his... Interesting. And Martins gives up here. Now... Very interesting. Okay, let's talk about this second game here. There was a large portion of the game where I think definitely Martins was ahead economically. I think this part was a little too early to give it up, because it looked like Hot Beef being to the punch started getting that castle up. That being said, at that point Martins had essentially already abandoned that area. So I would argue his best bet was to get his villagers on wood and build a town center somewhere else and continue to just play the game. I think obviously Hoppy's pressure was getting to Martins. I think his pressure was incredible, and that is definitely frustrating. You feel like you're way, way more behind than you are. But I don't think he was as much behind as he thought. I think there's a lot more to this game that could have happened. Yeah, he could place a castle where his TC used to be. Hoppy. I've even argued though that at that point, like you have like 4 towers, right? Like at that point, that area isn't even worth fighting for. I'd say you build a TC somewhere else, build a castle somewhere else. Like I would just give up on this area. You have a tower here, right? You have a tower here that can protect your area. You have a range of towers here. Like I would just move to this left side of the map, right? Oh, that's a little too shaky here. Let me go back to capture age just for a second here. So, you know, definitely lots of space on this left side of the map that you could place a TC. Maybe right here would be perfect, close to all these resources. Maybe after this TC died 100%, maybe you can build a castle somewhere around this area. Or this area that's being contested. I mean, there's 2 towers already contesting it. Maybe he can even get aggressive, right? Go around, build a TC here. So, build a castle here. So there were definitely a lot more options. I don't think it was so set in chance. Yeah, I would be dragging the game for the sake of dragging. I do agree, Martins, to the fact that I would agree with you, Martine, to the fact that if you felt like the pressure was getting to you, right, you already felt mentally exhausted. You may have realized you're like, okay, maybe there's a chance, but I don't have like the mental capacity to play this game out for the next 30 minutes. Which I think is fair, right? I think it's fair being like, I'm a little, my mind's already phased. I mean, I would also say Hot Beef's constant pressure would annoy me. Like, it would get me to the point of like, do I really want to deal with this for the next 30 minutes in the chance that I can win? Um, uh, but that being said, I think definitely Martins, I would have you maybe I'll put some highlight form of the games on the YouTube or whatever. Take a look at the game because you were economically ahead. But Hoppy was just so annoying constantly. So great game, especially this game number 2. I thought it was fascinating. There's a million things happening at once. You had the kind of ship battles at the south part of the map. You have the tower fighting at the top, and they have the archers everywhere else. Great games. Thank you so much. Oh, definitely way lower. I think you would smoke me, Hoppy. I would argue that it's been a bit since I've played a series 1v1. Scouts was better bet than archers. Possibly. I would say it was just even. I think more than anything, Martins, it's one of those things where the constant like pressure to have to adjust to what your opponent is doing makes it really hard to think of what the possible thing to do, right? But I would argue once you get to Castle Age, it's like where do you set up your castles, right? Like I think this game could have eventually gone into that Treb area. But there you go. Yeah, thanks for the games. Thanks for coming out. Sorry for the mess that was the beginning. I'll know to watch from replays in the future because you only have essentially a minute to find spectator matches. It's going to be a lot easier to do what we did today. So I thank you for being part of the experiment of our first tournament, Hot Beef and Martins. Thank you so much for coming out. And yeah, hopefully the next one will be a lot smoother. Let me put that 2-0 for you, Hot Beef, here on the screen. So you can have that 2-0 thing. Make it look like yeah, everything went smoothly. But there it is. Thank you everyone. So we'll end the show here, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably put a highlight form sometime later this week. Some of the parts of the matches for those who missed the stream, or those who waited around for 40 minutes and were like, okay, I'm gonna go now, which is totally fair. Anyway, for myself, thank you for being part of our first one. Hopefully the next one that we have is a lot smoother. You helped me kind of realize a lot of the things that we have to improve on the second one, and that's kind of what this is. It's a process. So thank you for being part of it. Have a good one, everyone, and we'll see you when it comes to when it comes to Age of Empires. We may see you next week. I'm gonna try to get like a low elo tournament going next week. We don't know if we'll have enough participants, but if we do, we'll know to watch from replays. How about that? All right, everyone, have a good one, and bye-bye.